Hello YouTube, Jeff Steele here. This is your Part 21 update on the current ammo and firearm shortages in America, as well as some other street news updates that I've been seeing in my local area with my own two eyes, not what I'm seeing on the internet or TV. Let's first talk about some of the inventory levels I have seen. I have visited a couple of local retailers that specialize in firearms and ammunition sales in the North Georgia area. One particular retailer, they had no ammunition as far as popular pistol cartridges, 9mm, 380 or 45 ACP specifically, as well as 40 caliber. Another retailer did have 9mm. However, they only had one brand. I think it was the RIP brand, that has basically several pieces of metal for the actual bullet that come together, that's really supposed to mushroom out basically. I'm sure you're familiar. It's called RIP or Rest in Peace is the brand, but they were quite pricey. I think a box of 50 of the 9mm was around $50 a box, 450 rounds. So quite pricey, but they did have it, had quite a bit of it. So that's the update as far as the popular ammunition. 5.56, from what I understand, still sold out most everywhere. Now I do plan on going to Walmart again this week. I will get an update as far as what rifle cartridges they have in stock at my local Walmart. I'm hoping that they have some more 308 ammunition because I'd like to buy some more of that, but we will see. In regards to firearms inventories, these two particular stores that I visited, they did have inventory, but they had a lot of oddball brands, and basically the cartridges that a lot of these pistols, for example, were chambered in, such as I saw a lot of 380 autos, a lot of 9mm autos, a lot of 45 autos. However, there's no ammo for the 380, there's no ammo for the 45s, and there were 9mm, but again, there is ammo, but very pricey. One thing I did see, and I almost bought it, and I'm considering going back and buying it, and that is, I have been in the market for a short defensive semi-auto shotgun, preferably a Mossberg 930. That's really what I'm looking for without the fancy sights on them. I want it just the bare barrel, maybe with a tiny bead on the end. Don't really need choke tubes, could really go without that. Just really what I'm looking for is that Jerry Milichek. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name. I watch a lot of his videos, but he has one of those Mossberg 930s with his name on it. That's really the one I'd like to have. I've seen a lot of great reviews for it. I have used Mossberg shotguns my whole life. I believe in their quality and they have a great price point. Just haven't seen one yet, but they did have, it was either a Interarms or a Century brand, so it's an off brand, not a popular brand, but it was a 12 gauge semi-auto. It had a 20-inch barrel with interchangeable choke tubes, and it would shoot a 3-inch shell. And again, in Georgia, we can get as short as an 18.5-inch barrel on a shotgun without having a FBI stamp license for that particular unit. And this was 20-inch, and I almost bought it. It was very inexpensive. It was $300-something, brand new before tax. There were a few quality issues with the particular unit I was looking at that concerned me. For example, the safety was plastic or polymer, and that was my main concern, was the safety. And the charging handle, it was made out of steel, but it had a little rubber shroud that slid over the charging handle, and it was literally slipping off the steel part when I was cycling, practicing in the store. So if I bought it, I would take that shroud off because that would just slip and fall off and get lost anyways. Those are the two main quality issues I found with it. I got to get the exact model on that, but it was either Interarms or Century Arms What do you know about these brands for their defensive 12 gauge shotguns? So let me know on that. Other news in regards to the election. Latest today, Nancy Pelosi she has given herself a 48-hour deadline. I think by end of day or end of night Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time, she's supposed to have put together an agreement, hopefully, that the Republicans also agree on. We'll see what happens with that. However, I would say that I basically hope they get a stimulus in so they get some checks out to everybody. I do believe that if that does not happen, if we do not get a locked-in stimulus package before the election, with everyone getting the stimulus checks, I think that will greatly hurt Trump's campaign if that does not happen. I believe that it will greatly aid Biden's campaign if they are able to wait until after November 3rd to get that process passed. That's just my theory on what will happen. We shall see. I certainly would put that money to use if I were to get one of those checks, no doubt about it. Buy more brass, you can never go wrong there. That moves me along into finances. In regards to spending your money now, I would say that if you spend money, I would encourage you to ask yourself the question, am I going to get a return on my investment if I buy something now? If the answer is yes, it's a great opportunity to buy some things. If the answer is no, I would hold on to that cash. For example, Apple just came out with a new iPhone. There's going to be a lot of people wanting to buy those iPhones, including myself. However, I would not buy or upgrade such a device as that unless I would for sure make more money with it than would be coming out of my pocket. Also, another big question would be, once you buy it, what is the probability of you being able to resell that item and get the majority of your money back? Very important things to consider before you spend your hard-earned dollars. So this is my update. Now, let me add one more thing in regards to the military activity I've seen. The week of the first presidential debate between Biden and Trump, I saw a crazy amount of military movements. Specifically, the night of the debate, the moment it kicked off, an entire convoy of helicopter gunships flew right over the house. Must have been 8 or 10 of them, escorted by fighter choppers. All night long that night they flew over. But all week long during that debate, crazy activity. And in regards to current in the last couple of weeks, I have not seen anything. So I think it's sort of the calm before the storm right now is what I believe. I think when we get closer to November 3rd, we're going to see a resurgence of movement. No doubt about it. In regards to the election, I would say that we're probably not going to know who the president is until the end of January 2021. I think no matter who wins, the losing party will absolutely contest the election to the fullest extent of laws allow. And I think once we get into 2021, the end of January, Congress has they reach a point where Congress is required to pick a president at that point. But I believe we will see that happen. There is no question about it. If you look at the past election of Georgia Governor Kemp versus Stacey Abrams, we saw how that happened, how it was contested as long as they could possibly contest it. And I think we're going to see that at the presidential level tenfold. No question about it. This is the new era that we are in. So comment down below, what are you seeing in your area? Inventories, firearms, ammunition, reloading supplies. As far as what you're seeing on the streets with your own two eyes as far as news. What is happening in your area? What's going on with homeless people? What's going on with local banks? Anything and everything of note, let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, tap the thumbs up icon. It greatly helps us out. The more we grow the channel, the higher video quality and content I can absolutely provide. Thank you for watching. Share this video as well. Have a great day.